Namaste everyone. This video is about the syllabus prescribed for 4th semester Basic English by Vijayanagara Sri Krishna Devaraya University, Ballari. The syllabus for 4th semester Basic English has two parts. Part 1 is the novels for different classes. The part 2 is about communication and analysis skills. Part 2 has two units. Unit 1 is about presentation skills and Unit 2 is about personal conduct and appearance. So Unit 2 has 4 chapters in it, and today in this video we are going to discuss about the chapter 1 of personal conduct and appearance, that is etiquette and manners. And this is Parshuram Nagoji, lecturer in English, Gangavati Bhagyamma Rural College and PG Center, Hovina Hadagli, presenting you my views and opinion on this topic, etiquette and manners. For the sake of discussion, I divided this topic into 3 parts: meaning of etiquette and manners, importance of etiquette and manners, and usage of etiquette and manners. Etiquette is a French word which means social behavior. How do we behave in a society? Manners is the plural form of manner and are in general considered as common sense. We are very familiar to these two words, manners and common sense. But manners is the plural form of manner. It has one more derivation called mannerism. So manners and common sense are considered as the inner expression of a person. So etiquette is the rule for external world. As you know, we are discussing this communication and analysis skills for the purpose of corporate world to survive in this competitive world. So etiquette is also such kind of rule for this external world, but manners are the rule for internal world. There is a thin line between etiquette and manners. Manners is how good you are internally, and etiquette is how you represent your goodness to the society. So etiquette is the language of manners, that is, etiquette is a handbook to bring manners into practicality. You are good from inside. You know how to behave with your elders. You know how to respect your colleagues or your contemporaries. You know how to love your younger ones. But to bring that into practicality, how to respect, how to compliment, how to bring everything into practicality, we need a handbook, and that handbook for manners is etiquette. So if your goodness, kindness are manners, how you can use them in action is etiquette. Please be clear with these two terminologies, etiquette and manners. See, the picture on your screen says everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always. We tend to behave in the way we want to behave. So we meet so many people every day for so many reasons, but we don't know what are the struggles they are going through in their life, what are the battles they are fighting in their life. So before judging everybody, we must be very kind to them always. These are the things which are inbuilt in us, that is manners. And how to be a mannerful person, how to be kind to the society is etiquette. So let's move on. Importance of etiquette and manners, that's what we are discussing. There are two beautiful quotations about it. I quote, "Common sense is not a gift, it is a punishment, because you have to deal with the people who don't have it." So if as I told earlier, manners is a general form of common sense. So to have a common sense is nowadays is not a gift, it is a punishment, because there are so many people who behave rudely with other people, who are who judge very quickly, who are jumping into conclusion very quickly. So it is not actually a gift, it is a punishment. So we must be kind to everybody. The other quotation is one of my favorites. This is, when you die, the whole world knows that you are dead except you. Same is the case when you are idiot. So I don't want to explain this because it is very, very clear with its message. When you are die, the whole world knows that you are dead except you. Same is the case when you are an idiot. So what are the importance of, again, we are going with this part, importance of etiquette and manners. Remember, there are two rules to manners. Number one is, all rudeness is selfishness. If at all you are behaving in a rude manner to everybody or anybody, or if at all you are judging somebody, if at all you are jumping into conclusion very early, remember, you are selfish. So all rudeness is considered as selfishness. Anything that makes the other person uncomfortable is a bad manners. Remember this. We tend to make so many people uncomfortable in our everyday life. We ask unnecessary questions about their personal life to them. We ask unnecessary, we tangle them into unnecessary situations. So if at all the person who is communicating with you is uncomfortable, then you have a bad manners. So the person who is communicating with you, the person who is speaking with you, must feel comfortable within himself or herself. To make the other person comfortable, you must have a good manners. And remember, look at that picture. Growing beard doesn't make you a man. And just look at that picture. That's what I told you earlier. Common sense is not a gift, it's a punishment. Move on. So importance of etiquette and manners. Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you the respect. So we have to decide. Yes, you may be having a good knowledge about everything you go through, but remember, your character will earn you respect in this society. So these two are parallel lines. Knowledge and character are parallel lines. So we must go through those two lines. We must earn knowledge as well as character. We need knowledge, and that knowledge must bring us the respect for us, or for the people who are supporting us, for the institution, for the family, for everybody. So what are the usage of etiquette and manners? Where etiquette and manners count? What are the why should we be mannerful? Why should we use etiquette in our regular life? Where they count? In our personal space and comfort, as I told earlier, the person must be very comfortable with you in personal space and comfort. In every communication, you must be kind, you must be polite, you must be mannerful, you must use the rule of etiquette. When you are driving, riding, or walking on roads, at doorbells, at doors, at lift, at escalators, in parties and functions, you must know the manners while using phones, and even at toilet, we have the rule of etiquette and manners. So in personal space and comfort, let's go one by one. In personal space and comfort, we have the rule for etiquette and manners. As I told you already, the personal space, you must respect other people's personal space and comfort. They are comfortable in their own zone, in their own space. So you must respect their opinion, you must respect their zone, comfort zone. You must respect their space. In communication, we need to use less rude words, if not no rude words. uh, Again, it's a key. Communication is a key to success. If at all you are a good communicator, you know how to be less rude or how to be no rude when you are communicating with other person or other people on roads. While as I told, while you are driving, or you are riding a bike or a bicycle, or even you are walking, you need to follow a particular rules, that something like uh, going following the left line rule, or something like that. And at doors, I will explain them later, how to be how to be mannerful, how to use rule of etiquette at doors, lift and escalators. And in parties and functions, some parties or some functions will have their own dress code, their own party manners, their own manners of behavior. So we need to use them in a particular manner. And in using phone, especially in public space, like buses, like in public transport, like in bank, on roads, or in college, or in schools, or in an institution, especially in public space, we need to use phones with utmost care and common sense. So again, remember that quotation, common sense is not a gift. Many people are not using mobile phones in a particular, in a mannerful way. We forget that our phone has a silent mode button, or even a switch off button, or a flight mode button. At toilet, even at toilet, you, after using a toilet, you must flush, you must pour some water into your toilet seat, so that the person who will be using after you will be at a comfortable space. So even at home, at your institution, or anywhere, you must know how to flush a toilet. Now these are I'm very much pity about these things, because these are must be taught to our students through our syllabus, isn't it? So we are not generalizing, or we are not using these terms regularly, so that's why they put it into syllabus, so that our students might learn. So in general, usage of etiquette and manners, they count everywhere a civilized human being exists. I repeat, everywhere a civilized human being exists. So manners matters, my dear friends. Manners matter. There are I used about 12 examples about how to be polite person, or how to use manners in public space. I use about 12 examples here. There are so many examples. You can, if at all, you can go through internet or reference books. So number one, please say please and thank you. When you want something from somebody, ask it by saying please. Or if at all you want to tell them, order them, anybody, use please. And after your job is done, please say thank you. Please, excuse me, and thank you are still magic words, my dear friends. I just wish more people would use them more often. It makes a world a better place. It's a beautiful place. It makes a world beautiful place. I'm not telling about the world which is round, which is full of water. No, the world of a human being. Every human being has his or her own world. So to make that beautiful, use magic words. Say like please and thank you. Number two, smile for everyone. A smile is the shortest distance between two people. Remember, a smile is the shortest distance between two people. So try to smile for everybody and try to understand the situation. When you are communicating, you must wear a smile on your face. And there is negative aspect to it. If at all you are not smiling from your heart, it will be irritating for the person in front of you. So remember, smile is the shortest distance between two people. Number 3, hold the door for others. So you just look at the picture. We must not fight to enter or to exit. If there is somebody who is rushing out or rushing in behind you, you must hold the door for them to go out or to get in, so that the other person will get in first or go out first, then you can follow them. Just so it is a good manners, my dear friends. Hold the door for others. Number 4, when you are in a group of people and your phone rings, don't receive your phone, pick up the phone there and start speaking. Just get up and get out. Go outside to answer your calls, so that you must not, it will be very comfortable for you to speak, and for the people in the group it will be very comfortable to continue with their discussion. So go outside to answer your calls. Number 5, give people a pass. There is a beautiful hoardings. When you are traveling in a national highway, you can see a beautiful board saying pehle aap, you first, go. There is no rush, there is no hurry. So give people a pass. If somebody is jumping a queue, say go, you pehle aap, you first. Give people a pass. Number 6, look at the person who is speaking to you. You must have a good eye contact with the person who is speaking to you, or else it will give an impression of that impression to the person who is speaking to you is that you are either you are not interesting, or the person who is speaking to you is not speaking interestingly. So look at the person who is speaking to you. Number 7, this is everyday's discussion, my dear friends. In every home, in every hotel, in every corner of the earth, we are using more phones than meals. So avoid phone while you are having a meal. Remember, Ayurveda says what you eat when you are happy makes you health, and what you eat when you are unhappy makes you disease. So concentrate on food rather than concentrating on the phone. So number 7, avoid the phone while you are having a meal. Number 8, be punctual. If somebody asks you to come at a particular time, be there on time. If not in time, be there on time. Or if you told anybody to be at some point, if at all you said somebody to be at 9 o'clock in the college, 9 a.m. in the college, so you must be there before the person arrives. There are two aspects to it. If somebody asked you to come at 9 a.m. to the college, you must be there on time at 9 a.m. And if you give a person appointment saying you will be there at the college by 10 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. so you must be there before a person arrives. So be punctual. It's a discipline, my dear friends. It's not it is not a rule for corporate world. It is not manners. It is nothing to do with manners and etiquette. It is the personal discipline. If at all you are disciplined, you will be on time wherever it is necessary. So be punctual. Be punctual. Don't be late. Number 9, knock the door before you enter. Or if at all you have a doorbell, you can ring it or knock it before you enter, so that the person inside will be comfortable in receiving you. So knock the door before you enter a room or or a home or whatever the place. So knock the door before you enter. Number 10, if at all you are busy, if at all you are unable to receive or answer the call, text them saying I will call you back, and remember to call them back. Or if at all you are unable to text as well, please, when you are free, call them back or text them back. It is a good manners. It is the very important rule in telephonic manners and etiquette. So you must use these manners. You have to call back whenever you get the time to call back, or you must text them back. You must send a message them back. And number 11, avoid rumors. This is the world. This is the era of fake news. There are so many fake news being spread around about every topic of day-to-day life. Remember, ignorance is a bliss. This is how the world has grown. Ignorance is a bliss. That's how the world has grown. So avoid rumors. Remember, this beautiful quotation, and you use this many a time. Rumors are carried by haters, spread by fools, and accepted by idiots. So avoid rumors. Don't spread rumors, or don't, in both ways, don't be the object to the rumor, or don't be the subject to the rumor. So be safe. Don't be a subject or the object to the rumor, and avoid rumors or gossips. Next, number 12, learn to say sorry. When you are pretending that you are not faulty, you are not guilty, you haven't committed a mistake, you are pretending, but your inner sense tells you that you are wrong. But whenever your inner sense tells you that you are wrong, accept it and learn to say sorry. Ask sorry whenever you are wrong, and learn to forgive. Remember, forgiveness is the attribute of strong. A weak can never forgive. So both the things. Learn to say sorry whenever you have your own mistake or you committed mistakes. Learn to say sorry, and when other people committed mistakes, forgive them. So that's what Gandhi's quotation, that's what I quoted. A weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of a strong person. So to conclude this discussion, why should we be kind? Why must we have to be kind? Why? Do we receive any award for kindness? No, we don't receive any award for being kind. But remember, there will be no better award than a mental strength or mental peace. You will be very peaceful. You will be very healthy if at all you are polite, or if at all you are mannerful person, if at all you follow these rules. There are so many. I just limit my discussion for the sake of time limit. So why should we be kind? Kindness makes you the most beautiful person in the world, no matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you dress. If at all you are not kind, you are not handsome or beautiful. So remember, kindness makes you more beautiful, most beautiful person in the world, no matter what you are look like. Right. This is about etiquette and manners. I hope this video brought some introductory concepts or introductory awareness about etiquette and manners. You will get so much of resources online or in books. I hope this video is justified the introduction part. I'll see you with chapter 2 in next video. Thank you so much for your time.